Hey, it's FragWatch. This is Hano, and this is my review of the Waizowl Raven Mousepad. It comes in red. It's got a really cool wave pattern on it that overlaps one another. The pad itself is a hybrid pad. It's pretty stiff, not a lot of give to it. It has like a dimple design, like someone pricked it with needles every almost like a hex clad cooking pan where they make it. That's how they make it non-stick, is the food comes in contact with less mousing area or less mousing surface. That's what this does right here. This is a great pad for tracking games. They call it a control pad, and they say it's good for Counter-Strike, Valorant, games like that. My findings are the opposite. I found it great for tracking games. It seems stopping was a problem. Starting and stopping. You can see my I am having to over adjust. This is one of my muddiest mice, and you can see like that little jitter. It's very difficult to control this mouse to a standstill. And for games like Counter-Strike and Valorant, the initial friction and the stopping power, more importantly, is very important. So you want this low and this to be, high friction stopping power. And this just, it's low at both ends. They say it's low here and high here, but it is not. I did not find that with any mice. It was a little bit better with my fingertip grip mice with the different shaped skates that they have, and that's mainly because there's just overall more control with it. But with full-size skates, I mean, you can see it's just, yeah. Now for tracking games, it was awesome. I played really good Call of Duty on this. I did decent in aim labs overall. The X and the Y axis movement seems to be about the same resistance wise and friction wise. Now, is it smooth on the arm? I'll do my really awesome mouse test for you guys. My arm mouse test. Here we go. And you can hear how loud that is. That hurts. That does not feel good. So for flicking games like Counter-Strike and Valorant, again, that's another reason why this is not a pad I'd recommend for players who are mainly playing that or games that take very huge, wide, sweeping flicks, low sensitivity. Not recommended for that. For tracking games like Call of Duty or Apex Legends, this could be a great pad. It could be the pad for you. It does chop up your arms really bad though. Like that's my biggest thing with this. Also, the dimples, how it dimples in. I'm worried about this pad over time being very difficult to clean or catching skin, dust, debris in these little dimples and getting just like woven into the pad itself. And I wonder how long it would take for those to get filled or gunked up enough to where this becomes a lot slower and maybe what they aim for. But I've put in a solid 45 to 50 hours on this pad. I've used several mice on it, primarily their own mouse, both with dot skates and their default PTFE skates. Yeah, if I had to score this mouse pad out of 10, let's do it in two different categories. Let's do it in three different categories. For casual games or games like StarCraft or Diablo, where it's not a lot of mouse movement, but you need more kind of precise mouse movement to click on smaller things. This is a mouse pad that I enjoyed using for that. Definitely does not hinder mousing performance at all or make you put unnecessary strength into any kind of mouse movement. It's very smooth. For tracking games, I found it to be consistent and very enjoyable to use. and it would be a recommended mouse pad for that. I wouldn't. It's not my go. It would not be my go-to for more casual mousing games. And not saying StarCraft or Diablo or casual games. They're not. But you get what I mean. Lesser mouse movement type games. For tracking games, yeah, I would put it on the recommend list. It's a great pad for that. However, for games, the market they're aiming for, Counter-Strike and Valorant, with this pad in particular, I would not recommend this pad. I think it plays way too fast. I don't think it offers the stopping power that you need. The friction for those large flicks on your arm are absolutely brutal over time. It reminds me of a Heian, but like 3 times the strength of that, or like a really rough Cordura pad. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. I would be worried about how this pad is after 100 or 200 hours, how dirty it would get, and the difficulty of cleaning, because these dimples are, they're a millimeter or two deep, or they've got some depth to them. I would be concerned about cleaning those out, or how you'd even go about doing that. I think that is where I stand on it. I do like the artistic design. I know on my camera it is not coming through very clearly, but the design across this, you can look on their website, is very pretty. It's very subtle, and I like that a lot. And it also, this design does not hinder the mousing at all. I do not like that this is raised, this logo. I love their logo. God, I love their logo a lot. But this is raised, and here, watch. Look how, yeah, it definitely affects the mousing movement across it. So let's work on that, Waizowl, please. So that's casual games, don't recommend. Tracking games, recommend. Flicking, static aim games, do not recommend. Love the art style, work on this. I wish it was a little bit softer. I do love the engineering try with the dimpled design, like a hex-clad pan. Very cool. It adds a slick feel. Don't market this to Counter-Strike players. Market it to Call of Duty or Apex players. That's where this shines. Or Fortnite. I had fun playing this in Fortnite too. That does it for my review of the Waizowl OGM, or not OGM, Raven Mousepad. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you have any suggestions for future reviews or comments or questions on this mousepad, please ask in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. And next on the list is the Freefall mousepad, as promised. And we will be doing that. I think I will do the Cloud mouse coming up soon as well. Thanks, guys. Tune in.